And we want to welcome you to West Henderson High School, Mills River, North Carolina, tonight as we get set for another Mountain 8 Showdown, audio only tonight as the NFHS Network has those video rights once again. I'm George Young. Glad to have you with us tonight as the Panthers try to shake off a loss on Monday night at the hands of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. They come into tonight's action at 8-7 overall and 4-2 now in the Mountain 8 Conference after that loss to the Smoky Mountain Mustangs on Monday night. The West Henderson Falcons come in at 5-11. All 5 wins have come in the Mountain 8 Conference. Only one loss, and that was to the Pisgah Sugar Bears. Here's the schedule for the Panthers as the Panthers come in to tonight's contest at 8-7, as I mentioned, and that loss 51-47 at the hands of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. It was a tight ball game on Monday night, but the Panthers could not come back from a deficit. Talking about the West Henderson Falcons, here are the standings. 5-11 played a difficult out-of-conference schedule, but they are in second place now in the Mountain 8 Conference at 5-1, just ahead of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Now Franklin falls from second place all the way down to fourth place after that loss on Monday night. Both teams have been introduced by the one, the only Gary Ayers here at West Henderson High School. We are set and ready to go. As usual, it's going to be Finley Moffitt that will jump center for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers. The officials look like they are ready, and we're going to get this audio-only broadcast underway. Girls varsity first, and then the boys will follow. It's Bristol Brooks that will have the opening possession as Finley Moffitt wins the opening toss. Swings it over to Malia Mason, who's going to feed underneath to Moffitt. She lifts a shot. It wouldn't go. Got her own rebound. Kicks it back out beyond the arc. It's Riley Green driving in, kicking over Malia Mason. Left side. Back up top it goes Riley Green. Directing traffic. Green now on the dribble. Driving. Spinning a pass underneath on that low block to Finley Moffitt. She's going to dribble out of there. Now caught in the corner. Has to find Riley Green. Now Green going to drive in on that right side baseline. She gets caught up with some stiff West Henderson defense. Tries to fire it off of a Lady Falcon. I believe she did. Yeah, it's off of Myrna Amin out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Panthers. So we're just underway here, fans. High pass. Finley Moffitt catches it near the free throw line. Gives it up to Bristol Brooks. Brooks going to lift a shot just left of the elbow, and it wouldn't fall. Here come the West Henderson Falcons down court, and they're going to throw it away. Out of bounds it goes on the other end. Amin was the intended receiver of that pass, and she was in the right corner. Could not secure it. It went out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Panthers as Amin going to pick up in the backcourt on Riley Green. Now Green going to feed over to Bristol Brooks now into the front court. Pass almost stolen away, picked up by Green. She's going to spin a pass over left side, low block Malloy. Now Malloy going to kick it back out Brooks. Brooks finds Malia Mason, who's going to feed a pass underneath. That is knocked away. Off to the races. Here come the West Henderson Falcons. Harton had it briefly, gave it up to Hearns. Hearns will find Sawyer Manuel, who's going to back it near the center jump circle. Now between the circles, she'll swing it over to Curran. Curran back up top. It goes to Manuel. Manuel running the point. Swings it over into the corner. Parton back out. Around the horn, Manuel, top of the key. It's a three that wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. It's an offensive board. West Henderson resets over to Manuel. Manuel back out beyond the arc it goes. They'll reset with the men. Men lobs one into the corner. It's a right side three. That'll not hit the net. It'll be off to the Panthers. Bristol Brooks grabs the defensive rebound. She's into the front court now. Finds Riley Green, who's going to spin a pass underneath to Finley Moffitt, and Moffitt able to get the bucket to get the scoring going here. Early on, 5:43 left. West Henderson with the basketball. They're going to feed underneath. Low block. Hearns back out beyond the arc. It goes. Min thought about driving in. She's going to spin it over right side. Now across court it goes. A lot of passing in this Coach Casey Beyer offense. Into the corner it goes. Another three. Curran. She couldn't get the roll. Went up a long time. Hung up in the air. It would not fall in. Panthers on the attack. Into the front court. Riley Green. Open. A three. She hits. And the Panthers quickly up 5-0. And Coach Casey Beyer and the Falcons want to talk things over with 5:06 left here in the first quarter. See if we can look at that schedule once again. Obviously, the audio-only broadcast don't get to put much up on the screen. There we go. We have the 8-7 Lady Panthers schedule. Got a big one coming up on Tuesday against the East Henderson Eagles, and then a big week, 3 in a row. Or 2 in a row on the road, 1 at home, 3 next week. We'll have that game on Tuesday. Back on the television side, we'll have live pictures for you. Can't wait for that one on Tuesday night. Should be a good one at the Panther Den. So we're back to action as Casey Beyer coached up her troops. They have possession of the basketball on the left side of the court. Up top, it's Manuel driving in, going to kick it out. Scontris in traffic, partially blocked with a shot. A lot of body, no call. Bristol Brooks grabs the loose ball, feeds up court. Finley Moffitt off the glass. Finley Moffitt with 4 points. Early on here, a three off the mark, and an offensive rebound. Manuel underneath. She's going to lift a wild shot. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, and that pass from that low block that'll be knocked out of bounds off of a Lady Panther. I think it was Layla Malloy that last touched it. Up top, Manuel, Sawyer Manuel Jr. for Coach Casey Beyer. Gives it up. It goes back to Manuel. Going to feed into the paint. Hearns back out beyond the arc now with Scontris. Scontris thought about it. Kicks it over to Curran, deep in the corner. She gets double-teamed, lifts a pass up top, and it's going to be intercepted. Off to the races. Here come the Panthers. Layla Malloy underneath. First shot wouldn't go. Second shot up and good. And the Panthers, early on here, are up 9-0. Another three, top of the key, wouldn't go for Sawyer Manuel. Long board going to be secured by the West Henderson Falcons. They'll attack. It's Manuel in the paint, and we've got a whistle. And a foul coming up. I believe they're going to give that one to Malia Mason. No, it's going to be Finley Moffitt, all right. It was both Moffitt and Mason, the post players in the paint. Thought she split those two defenders. And the first one up and good. So the West Henderson Falcons on the scoreboard for the first time in this game as Manuel will get one more at the charity stripe. And the second one off the mark. Fight for it. West Henderson comes down with it. They'll have another chance to get some points. A three off the mark for men. Fight for the board. Off to the Panthers. Malia Mason grabs the defensive board. She'll quickly give it up to Bristol Brooks. Running the point for Coach Justin Moffitt. Brooks lost control of it. A lot of traffic there. Able to get it back with the Panthers. Riley Green has it, feeds underneath Finley Moffitt. A wild shot wouldn't go. Malia Mason grabs the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. And that's going to send Malia Mason to the line for a couple of shots. And 3:09 left here in the opening quarter. Glad that you're with us on this audio-only broadcast of tonight's contest. Wherever you may be tonight. We'll have the boys' action, of course, at the conclusion of this one. First one up and good for Malia Mason. And the Panthers now up 10-1. First points for Malia Mason in tonight's contest. Second one in the air and good for Malia Mason. 11-1 Lady Panthers, 3:09 to go here in the first. Sawyer Manuel brings it up for the West Henderson Falcons, dressed in their white uniforms with blue and red trim. Right side three, up and good. June Scottress hits that one from the corner. Panthers on the attack, and they're going to throw it away as Layla Malloy could not secure that pass from Bristol Brooks in the right corner, and it's out of bounds to the West Henderson Falcons. Panthers dressed in their road black uniforms. Manuel brings it up. Center jump circle. Looks to dish. Going to find Scottress, who just hit. She's going to drive in. Dish it off to Hearns. Back out top of the key it goes. Manuel. Three wouldn't go. Did not hit the iron. Hit the back of the backboard. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks feeds a pass up court. Dribbling. Riley Green trying to get position. Gives it up. In the paint. Finley Moffitt gets her shot blocked. Here come the Lady Falcons. Off to the races. Underneath. Shot eventually goes down for Avery Hearns as it hung on the rim for a while. Panthers with some issues at midcourt. It's knocked out of bounds, out of the hands of Bristol Brooks. Get some subs coming in for both teams. Panthers will reset side court, just about in the center of the court. They'll get it into Bristol Brooks. Brooks swings it over to Riley Green, going to feed Finley Moffitt underneath. She's going to be bumped on the floor. No shots here. She was getting position. Panthers will reset underneath their own basket. Who they give this foul to? This is the first on West Henderson. As the Panthers look to trigger, they'll get it in. Bailey Wooten. Shot wouldn't go. Fight for it. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow is to the West Henderson Falcons. I believe they gave it to Scottress. Yeah, but it looks like June Scottress picked up that foul. That's the second on the West Henderson Falcons. Minute 46, clock ticking here in the first. As Sawyer Manuel brings it up. Spins a pass over to Amen. Through her hands, it's off to the Panthers. Spinning and shooting in the paint, up and good. That was that Autry? Yeah, got that pass in the paint. On the other end, it is Manuel in the paint, spinning a pass out beyond the arc that is knocked away. That'll stay with the West Henderson Falcons underneath their own bench, or underneath their own basket, that is. As the pass goes in to Amen. She looks to dish, finds Hearns in the paint, kicks it back out beyond the arc. A three wouldn't go for Curran. Bailey Wooten there to grab this defensive rebound. And here come the Panthers. Slowly now, Bristol Brooks going to bring it up, looks back to her bench, and head coach Justin Moffitt. Wooten going to feed into the paint, and we've got a whistle and a foul going against the West Henderson Falcons as a bump came from behind. And what's going against Myrna Amen. That'll be her first, team's third. 1 minute exactly to go here in the first. Panthers look to trigger. They do get it into Bristol Brooks. Thought about a three. Drove in, pulled up just inside the arc, did Bristol. Shot wouldn't go. Here comes Manuel. She's going to feed into the corner. A three. Scottress wouldn't go. Long rebound. Picked up by Manuel. She's going to dribble out, split a double team, lift a shot, free throw line. Wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. Another offensive board. West Henderson resets. It's Scottress. A three. Left side. Wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. Wooten had it briefly and lost it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the West Henderson Falcons. So the fourth opportunity for the West Henderson Lady Falcons here on their end with 31.6 seconds left. Inbounds pass, almost stolen away, picked up, shot good by Scottress, and she was fouled. Wow, what an inbounds pass, and then somehow able to recover. And she was getting really pushed to the ground by Wooten. So the shot goes. The free throw wouldn't go. The offensive rebound is secured by the West Henderson Falcons, and they nail a three. All of a sudden, it's a 13-11 Lady Panther lead. Trouble for the Panthers. Got to get it across the timeline. Bristol Brooks, yeah, there's a 10-second violation. It was 11-1 at one point, and all of a sudden you look up, Panthers have just scored 2 points, and West Henderson has come all the way back and just trailed by 2. And they'll have the basketball with 8.2 seconds left underneath their own basket. Into Scontras, up to Manuel. Manuel feeds Scontras, 3. Got it! June Scontras hits a 3 at the buzzer, and the West Henderson Falcons take a 1-point lead after 1 quarter. We'll take a break. Back right after this.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
And we welcome you back to West Henderson High School's gymnasium on this Friday night. They tried to move this up to right at 6 o'clock so they could get it going because there's some impending weather. They had the JV games over in the auxiliary gym, but they still didn't start till about 10 after. I don't know what the problem was there. So the Panthers have possession to begin this second quarter. Now trailing 14-13. If you just joined us, Franklin had an 11-1 advantage in that first quarter at one point. And West Henderson stormed back. Underneath, it's Finley Moffitt off the glass and good. Finley Moffitt gives the Panthers the lead once again. Scontras with it, driving. Splits a double team, kicks it out beyond the arc. It's knocked away. They'll say last touched by Taylor Curran. We'll go back to the Panthers dressed in their black tonight. Bristol Brooks going to be picked up in the backcourt. Got to get it across that timeline. It's knocked away, stolen away. Off it goes to Manuel. Off the glass, good. Manuel gets the bucket and gives her team the lead once again at 16-15. Back and forth we go. Again, press by West Henderson. Franklin breaks it. Bristol Brooks to the hole. Wouldn't go. There to follow, Finley Moffitt. The board and the bucket. The N1 situation for Finley Moffitt. First foul on West Henderson. She can't convert at the free throw line. Foul was on Taylor Curran. That's her first. Panthers up 17-16. West Henderson with possession. Manuel underneath as it was a little too high for Manuel. And it's knocked away from her. Back over to the Panthers. And midcourt, Bristol Brooks calling out the offense. Drives just inside the arc. Lifts the shot. Won't fall. Rebound. Finley Moffitt. Off the glass. Good. It has been the Finley Moffitt show. She has, I believe, 10 points. And another turnover. As Manuel fed underneath, it was knocked away. I think that was Moffitt, either Moffitt or Mason that knocked that one away. It's Bristol Brooks now with the Panthers attacking on their end of the court. Layla Malloy driving, lifting a running shot baseline, wouldn't go. Rebound West Henderson, they're going to race up court. Scontras to the hole, got it. Hey, what, Scontras is having a great first half. Bristol Brooks feeding right side. Malia Mason holds it high, swings it up top now. Left side. It is Riley Green, a three, up and good. 22-18. Panthers warming up from beyond the arc now. That's a good sign. Sawyer Manuel swings it to Scottress right side. She's going to dribble up top. Find Manuel. Manuel back to Scottress, three, right side, short. It is going to be West Henderson that'll secure the rebound. Back it goes to Scottress. She can't get it to go. Just inside the arc. Lifted a shot near the free throw line. Riley Green going to drive in. Feed Moffitt. Late whistle. A little bit of the body. A Lady Falcon got Moffitt, and they're going to send her to the line. Who's that on? Hearns? Yeah, Avery Hearns will pick up her first, team second. Free throw line for Finley Moffitt. First one's up, and it's good. Moffitt makes it a 23-18 Panther advantage with 5:01 left here in the first. Second opportunity, got the roll, hit the front of the iron, and the iron was kind that time for Finley Moffitt. Scottress off the glass. My goodness. That was a tough shot in the paint for June Scottress. Panthers break the press. Layla Malloy spins a pass over to Autry in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Moffitt got the rebound. And was it a jump ball? Yeah, it was a jump ball. Possession arrow to West Henderson as she went up. And the shot was blocked. They whistled the alternating possession on the jump ball. 4:34 left. Scottress, another three. She is unconscious. 24-23, back to a one-point edge for the Panthers. Into the front court. Layla Malloy. Scoop shot wouldn't go. Fight for it. West Henderson had it briefly. Now there's a collision. Bodies hitting the deck as Scottress and Moffitt fight for it. And another jump ball. Possession arrow is going to be the Panthers' way this time, as it'll be Layla Malloy that will trigger underneath her own basket. Malloy looks to get it in, does up high. Now underneath it goes. Who do you know? Finley Moffitt. Okay, 14 points for Moffitt underneath on the West Henderson Falcon in. Avery Hearns gets the bucket. You can't blink in this game. It is up and down. Green three wouldn't go for the Panthers. Layla Malloy grabbed the rebound. Underneath it goes to Moffitt. And what do they have here? Some bodies hit the deck. We have a foul on Franklin. That was going on Finley Moffitt. Wow, okay. Must have said that she boxed out a little too aggressively. So Moffitt will pick up her second foul. It'll be Lady Falcon basketball, and it's Sawyer Manuel bringing it up court for Coach Casey Byer. She swings it into the corner, trying to hit Scottress, knocked away out of the hands of Scottress by Bristol Brooks. It's going to stay with the Lady Falcons. They're into the court. Bailey Wooten going to check in for Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers, as Sawyer Manuel will dribble center jump circle, swing it over to Scottress. Scottress going to drive in the paint to lift a shot. Got the roll. Lady Falcons back up. Scottress and Moffitt in double figures in this first half. Riley Green driving, spinning, kicking it over to Wooten. She lifts the shot. It would not go, but she was fouled, and she'll be at the line. Will Wooten. Bailey Wooten, the junior, to try to give the Panthers the lead once again. The first one's up, and it spins out. One more at the stripe for Wooten. She got the second to go. We are tied at 27. We've got a whistle. And we've got a full timeout on the floor, so we'll take one. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome you back. Timeout on the floor. 3:06 to go. Tied at 27. But a good one so far in the Mountain 8 Conference. West Henderson will have possession out of the timeout after Wooten hit 1 of 2 from the charity stripe to tie it at 27. So it's Manuel who has run the point for Casey Byer all night. Brings it up quickly. He's going to find Scontras. She's going to drive in and get the bucket. There is no answer for the Panthers defensively for June Scontras. High pass over the head of Riley Green out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Panthers. That is something that we have not seen much of for Coach Justin Moffitt's bunch and the Lady Panthers. Not seen a lot of turnovers in the ball game, but saw one there. A couple of times when the press was new, saw some turnovers. A three, up and good, and what do you know, it's Scontras. Good gracious, I'm running out of room here in my scores column. It's Scontras with a steal. She goes up with a shot, wouldn't go. Another opportunity on the West Henderson side, wouldn't go. And the Panthers now going to come out with it with 2:11 left. And a steal up top. Manuel with it to the hole. Sawyer Manuel with the bucket. My, oh my, 2 minutes left. And West Henderson has their biggest lead of the night at 34-27. High pass almost stolen away. Secured by Layla Malloy. Finds Bristol Brooks. Back it goes Malloy outside the arc. Now she's going to drive in right side, lift to high. Shot off the glass, and she'll hit. Layla Malloy gets the bucket. Malloy has 7 points in the game so far. Ward driving in. That one wouldn't go off the glass. We've got to fight for it underneath. Bodies hitting the deck. Tie up. Possession arrow is going to stay with West Henderson. Alyssa Autry going to check in for the Panthers now, as West Henderson will have it on their end of the court underneath their own basket. And it goes to Hearn. She's going to kick it over to Manuel. In the corners goes Scontras. Three. She missed it. First miss in a while for Scontras. Left corner. Pass up court. Wooten. She goes in, gets bumped as she was attempting a shot. So it's going to send Bailey Wooten back to the line for a couple. It'll be the fourth on West Henderson going against Scontras. Is that her second? Yeah, it is. Scontras picks up her second. Wooten's first shot is up, and it rolls in good. One more at the stripe for Wooten. And got the roll on the second. Hit almost every inch of that rim. Down court, it's Manuel. She's going to drive in. Get double team, kick it back out beyond the arc. Now driving in, it's Hearns, lost control. It's a turnover. Bristol Brooks now going to call out the offense. Center jump circle as we approach 60 seconds remaining here, first half. Bristol Brooks, wild shot. That low block, fight for the rebound. And we've got a foul going against Franklin. I believe that'll be Bailey Wooten's foul. Is that our second? I believe it is, yep. and the second on the Panthers. 3-point lead for the Falcons. They've got possession with 47 seconds left. Manuel driving in, kicking it out. Ward, 3. Off the mark. She knew it wasn't going to go. Went driving in, trying to grab the rebound. Manuel was able to grab the rebound. She lost control of it, and it's out of bounds to the West Henderson Falcons with 39.1 seconds left. West will have it underneath their own basket, and it goes to Simmons. She'll find Henline. Henline lifts the pass underneath, and it's knocked away. And I'll say last touch by Lady Falcons. So it's back to the Panthers, trailing by 3 with 31 seconds left. Into the front court, Bristol Brooks driving, kicking. Left side, wouldn't go. Wooten grabbed the board. Goes back up, gets fouled, bucket counts, and 1 for Wooten. She could tie it at the free throw line. The personal foul whistled on Madeline Henline, her first. That'll be the 5th on West, so they're over the limit with 20.5 seconds left. And the free throw did not even hit the rim. It's out of bounds. 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Manuel, top of the key, just inside the arc, lifts the shot, wouldn't go. Panthers grab the rebound. They've got to hurry. 10 seconds left. Bristol Brooks across that timeline. Brooks kicks it underneath, knocked away. Bristol picks it back up. Shot wouldn't go. At the buzzer, shot went up. Was there a whistle? No, there wasn't. So we are at the half here of the girls' varsity. And it is a good one, fans. Glad that you have decided to spend your evening with us on this audio-only broadcast of Franklin Panther basketball. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back, get you set for the beginning of the third quarter in just a few moments.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, welcome to the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. George Young with Tracy Talent once again, and we are here in the middle of the Panther Pit on the visitor side. And if you have ridden by in the month of December, you have seen the stands. The visitor stands are in. They've still got a couple of more stands to put up. We've got some concrete that's being poured today when we're on site. But this is an exciting time, Tracy.
It is exciting. It's good to see these stands going in. This was a milestone, you know, people starting to see some progress taking place just right off the roadside.
And these stands, I'm impressed by how far they go up. You've got plenty of room here. We were talking about this before we started. A lot of room here for cheerleaders, a lot of room for the track over here. It's a lot more room than we had before.
Lots more room. We were just excited about the whole plaza area, and we were talking about that this week at the board meeting, about a lot of different places around the whole stadium up top and then down below here to congregate and to have those things that people enjoy, stand around and talk.
Yeah, and the weather has been a challenge. We've had a lot of dreary days, some rain, some fog, but it really hasn't stopped these guys.
No, they're still working. As yesterday, Thursday, it was raining, which set them behind a little bit on some things, but like this morning, they were back pouring concrete and back to laying block and laying brick and doing some things. The little wind is stopping the crane work, and we'll see the crane a little bit later, but it's the wind and things slows that down a little bit.
Weather is always a challenge when it's construction, and as big of a construction site as this is, it is a big challenge. You've been pouring concrete, middle of the night it seems, all hours of the day you're pouring concrete. Talking about that crane, that is a huge crane, about 400 feet it looks like, and that's to bring in steel and to bring in beams, correct?
Yes, and we'll see that if we go up on the yard here after a while. They're got all the steel laid there for the slab on deck, and you can see as we look around to the Fine Arts Center here, you can see some of the roof trusses going in and things like that. So they've got all that steel laying there ready to erect, and already been working on it. So they're putting the bolts and the footers in for the bridge that goes to the second floor of the main building too.
All right, we're going to take a tour once again, so let's go. Now we come to the back side of the gymnasium and the Fine Arts Center. The big crane is loading some steel. Tracy, what's happening back over here?
As you can see, we have the steel yard here, and they have everything laid down for the slab on deck and roof trusses that's going around the Fine Arts Center and the walking track around the gym. They're starting to swing some steel, started last week. Of course, like I said earlier, the wind kind of slows them down a little bit on that, but
kind of windy today.
Kind of windy today on a very active site. Been seeing a lot of things going on, but they're setting some steel, and it's moving along.
Since the last time we talked in the November construction update, they have put these walls up, and these walls are going to go even higher, right?
Yes. This is the cafeteria and kitchen area, these first set of walls, and then the next set, there, the higher set that you see there is the Fine Arts Center. They'll be going a little bit higher, and of course then the gym walls here, and they'll be going higher as well. They're pouring the gym floor. It's just coming along.
It is. I'll tell you, a lot has happened since the last time that we talked to you. We're going to head over to the other side and check out the press box area, and then we're going to head down and get kind of an overview of this big crane. One thing on the backside of Frogtown, which you see behind us, is a retaining wall that they have built on the side there. A lot of dirt's been moved.
A lot of dirt moved in to make the pad for the main educational wings of the building. Will come out onto the edge of that. Well, not all the way to the edge. There'll be a road between the bank and the educational part, but it'll come out. Looking from this end, it'll look like it's out onto the edge of that bank. But they put in the retaining wall going up Phillips Street, Frogtown area, and your road will come out pretty close to that. And we'll have some buildings actually setting out there too. The greenhouse for the ag department, and some storage areas for the welding and carpentry shops.
We are here now. Behind us is the press box, of course, and the gym is right here. We were just talking before we started this part of the update, Tracy, about how far we're getting closer and closer to the gym. A little teetering on the edge there, but as this progresses, you're going to see all this kind of level out, and of course the press box we see, and the brickwork is going in, and the bleachers in the stands area, they're going to be going in pretty quick too.
Yeah, they were supposed to have started this past week, but I guess weather held them up on that, and as they're finishing up on the other side, then they're laying out, as you can see, the piers and things laid out there on the side of the slope. They'll be getting ready. They put the fabric down first, and then they will be enclosed bleachers like you see on the other side, aluminum totally enclosed, obviously so water can get through, but no debris can get through.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. Tracy, as always, appreciate you giving us a tour. A lot going on. I'm sure when we talk to you in January, it's going to be even bigger of a transformation.
Yeah, and as they get some of these walls closed in, we'll be able to take some tours of the inside of the building.
I'm looking forward to that because it's been a cold day, kind of windy.
It is.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right, thank you.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
We welcome you back to West Henderson High School, getting set for the beginning of the third quarter. It's a tight one, 34-33, the Falcons over the Panthers, the girls' varsity. You see the importance of this game. West Henderson comes in at 5-11, but 5-1 in the Mountain 8 Conference, and after losing to Smoky Mountain in a tight one, Franklin drops to 4-2 in the conference. And all the way back to fourth, they were in second place on Monday night when they dropped that one to the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. You see Pisgah at the top. They beat West Henderson, also beat Franklin. They're at the top of the conference. Got about 30 seconds before we will get to second half action. Both teams back out of the locker room. Here's the schedule. Next week going to be a very busy week for the Panthers. We'll have 3 ball games, one at home. On Tuesday night, we'll have full video coverage for you against the East Henderson Eagles, traveling to Andrews, a game that was postponed from December to Wednesday the 21st, and then a trip to Brevard coming up next Friday. We will attempt to have some audio coverage of that one. And then a lot of games at home, 3 to end the year. They should be big ones to end the year. So the officials are back out of the locker room. Both teams are back out of the locker room. They're about to get this one underway. They've got 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Of course, boys action will follow after the conclusion of this one, about 10 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one. All right, it is the Lady Falcons that will have the opening possession. Student section hasn't made their way into the gym for the Falcons. Maybe they were a little I thought the game was going to start at 6:30. I don't know. I didn't hear them in the first half. The Falcons going to turn it over on their first offensive possession as the pass went underneath. It was knocked away and off of the Lady Falcon. Franklin with it. Riley Green on that baseline, lost control of it. Now back out it goes Bristol Brooks. She secures it, gives it up to Riley Green, who feeds to Finley Moffitt. And Finley able to get the bucket off the glass. And Moffitt adds to her point total. Panthers back up by just a point. And on the other end, West Henderson driving in. We've got a whistle and a foul coming up on Franklin. Who they get that one to? Is a couple of Lady Panthers around the basketball. It's Reagan Simons that will attempt 2 free throws. They're going to whistle that one on as the first one's up and good. They're going to whistle that foul on Finley Moffitt. That's big. That is her 3rd foul. She's the leading scorer in the game for the Panthers. So if she gets in foul trouble, We have a lane violation here. Nope, they're going to wave it off. They'll say the point is up and good for West. They go back up by a point at 36-35. Finley Moffitt still in the ball game. She had it briefly, gave it up in the corner. Riley Green has it now with a Malia Mason. Mason going to find Bristol Brooks. Attempts and hits from downtown. Bristol Brooks for 3. And the Panthers up by 2 at 38-36. High pass, almost stolen away, back into the hands of Manuel. Then Manuel loses control of it deep underneath. Finley Moffitt secures it. She'll get it up court quickly. Bristol Brooks finds Riley Green, lifting a shot he wouldn't go on the right side, just inside the arc. Here come the Lady Falcons. Down court, Sawyer Manuel off the glass. She'll tie it at 36. Riley Green lifts a pass, going to be intercepted. Into the hands of Manuel. In the paint, lifting a shot. Manuel couldn't get it to go. She fought for it and able to get it off of Riley Green. Heads out of bounds, so it's going to stay with West Henderson. They're going to have it with 6:13 left here in the third. Tied at 38. Some subs coming in. Looks like Bailey Wooten going to check in for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers. I believe it was Moffitt. Yeah, she took a seat. Moffitt playing with 3 fouls, and we've got a whistle. What happened here? 3-second violation on the inbounds pass. All right. Coach Casey Byer wanted an explanation. She was over close to the official. She got it, and we're back to action. Panthers with it. 6:08 left in the third quarter. Mason deep in the corner, kicking it. Bristol Brooks, top of the key. She's going to drive in, kick it out for a rainbow shot. Riley Green for 3. Panthers up 41-38. Left side, just inside the arc. Shot up and good. (41-40), Panthers by a point, and we've got issues. Franklin has trouble. Body's hitting the deck. Somehow, Lady Panthers come out with it. Underneath the basket. Shot would not go for Riley Green. Here come the Lady Falcons. Manuel gives it up. Top of the key. It's a 3. Off the mark for Taylor Curran. Long board picked up by Manuel. She's going to feed it underneath to Simon. Simon's going to be double teamed, and she's going to double dribble with it. That'll be a turnover for the Lady Falcons. Mira Amen back into the game. She had a lot of minutes in that first half. Didn't see her out of the locker room to begin this second half. Now she's in the game for Coach Casey Byer and the Lady Falcons. Bristol Brooks into the front court, playing catch with Riley Green. Back it goes, Bristol. Driving. Bristol Brooks. Shot good, just inside the arc. Scontris going to drive into the paint, split a double team. Shot would not go on the rebound. Foul on West Henderson. That'll be the first on the Falcons here in this third quarter. And it's going against Reagan Simons. That'll be her first. 4:49 left here in the third. We've got a good one here. Franklin by 3. Falcons had a lead at the break by just 1 point, and it's been about a 1-point lead for either team. The first 3.5 minutes of this third quarter, and we've got a turnover as Bristol Brooks could not secure it. She was driving in, dribbling, lost control of it, got it back, but then it went out of her hands, out of bounds, over to the West Henderson Falcons. They're going to attack baseline. Off the glass and good for Simmons. Simmons with a bucket to cut it to a 1-point Panther advantage. Green into the front court. Pass almost stolen away. It will be stolen away. Manuel feeding up court. Amen can't get it to go underneath. Offensive rebound. Scontris. She gets the bucket in the paint. And the Falcons regain the lead. 44-43. Green and Brooks playing catch mid-court. Now into the front court. It's Wooten, free throw line. Out it goes. Riley Green. A 3. Got it. Franklin by 2 at 46-44. Pass into the corner, knocked away as they were trying to find Simons. Lady Falcons will retain possession. They'll have to get it out of bounds, side court. And they do. And it goes to Sawyer Manuel. She's going to back it out, direct some traffic, call out the offense. She runs the point for Coach Casey Byer. Manuel going to feed a pass, knocked away, out of bounds. Trying to find Scontras left side. Lady Falcons now to trigger in front of their own bench as it's Sawyer Manuel looking to get it inbounds. She does. Over to Simons. Simons to find Scontras. Over to Amin, and now we've got whistles. And what's going on here? Oh, there was, looks like some type of a, I don't know what that was. I don't know. Piece of string, maybe? Maybe something to put their hair up in a ponytail. I don't know. They got it off the court. We're back to action. Manuel driving in. Lost control of it into the hands of Bristol Brooks. She's going to race down court with 3 left. Kicking it into the corner. Riley Green, a 3. Off, wouldn't go. West Henderson with the rebound. Into the corner. Catch and shoot. 3. Good. Both teams are just shooting the lights out from downtown, as I believe that was it Simons that had that 3? Yeah. Or, yeah. The Panthers have it in the corner. Shot wouldn't go. Long rebound secured by West Henderson. Here comes Sawyer Manuel feeding up court. Curran gets the bucket to go on the fast break. Riley Green double-teamed. Got it knocked away into the hands of Scontras. One-on-one, Scontras and Brooks. Scontras will get the buckets. All of a sudden, the Lady Falcons on a run. Up 5 with 2:11 left. Green into the front court. Lost control. Who last touched is the question. And they'll say last touch by a Lady Falcon. So it's going to stay Lady Panther basketball. They'll be triggering underneath their own basket with 2:03 left in the third. Trailing 51-46. And it goes to Wooten underneath. Trying to get position. Lifts a shot. It wouldn't go. And a late whistle. Was that on the shot or on the rebound? They're going to whistle that one on the shot. It's going to send Wooten to the line. Or check that. Bailey Bryant to the line for 2 shots. Foul was on Myrna Amin. First one wouldn't go. It was an air ball. Student section reminding her of that. One more at the stripe. Can't get that one to go. Rebound secured by Curran, and here come the Lady Falcons dressed in white tonight. Panthers in their black. Knocked away briefly. Manuel picks it back up, gives it up to Curran. Now he'll swing it around to Hearns up top. Now settling it down. Sawyer Manuel. Minute 37 left. Into the paint it goes. Simons, jumper good. Panthers try to race up court, catch Lady Falcons sleeping. They get back defensively in the corner, trapped. Panthers will save it, firing it off of a Lady Panther. As Aubrey Newsom got trapped in the corner. Green gets it inbounds to Bristol Brooks. Back it goes, Green, a 3 off the mark. Rebound Hearns. Here come the Lady Falcons. Hearns driving, kicking Simons. Picks up her dribble, has to dish. Gonna find Manuel outside the arc. Back to Simons in the corner. She's open right. Wing 3. Good. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point lead for the Lady Falcons. That's their biggest of the night. Underneath, Panthers turn it over underneath their basket. Falcons with some issues. Out of bounds. Who last touched it? And it's going to the Panthers. Coach Casey Byer and the Lady Falcon bench did not like that call. But it's going to stay Franklin basketball. 45 seconds left as the clock ticks. Panthers break the press. Bristol Brooks, free throw line, driving. Scoop shot wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Bristol has it. Second shot, up and good for Bristol Brooks. She had some contact, wanted to foul, didn't get it. Shrugged her shoulders. 8-point advantage for the Lady Falcons. 22 seconds left. Scontress to the hole, lost control. And they'll say last touch by Panther. They'll stay with the Lady Falcons on their end of the court. They'll have to trigger from underneath their own basket with 18.9 seconds left. Scontress to get it in. She does. Up high, Manuel. Over to Curran. Curran swings it over to Simons. Thought about a three. Now going to drive in. Nobody home. She can't get the point-blank layup. Got her own rebound, though. And then lifts the pass outside, and it's too tough for Hearns to handle out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Panthers. Well, back to the Lady Panthers, rather, with 5 seconds left. Panthers got a rush into the front court. A heave at the buzzer. Got it! They're going to count it. They're going to wave it off. She got it at the buzzer, but they're going to wave it off. Wow. My, oh, my. Look like she got it. That's where we need replay. We're going to take a break. Fourth quarter coming up.
Take a trip back in time with The Final Whistle, 75 Years of History, the Panther Pit documentary. Now streaming on the Franklin Panther Sports Network's YouTube and Facebook pages. It's a historical trip back in time, celebrating the past and looking ahead to the future. It's loaded with many interviews from former coaches and players. You'll find out how the Panther Pit got its name, plus historical tidbits of info over the last 9 decades. It's available now, on demand, anytime on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. The Final Whistle, celebrating 75 years of history at the Panther Pit.
We welcome you back. Fourth quarter coming up. Should be a good one. West Henderson up 56-48. And I believe one of the reasons why West Henderson has built onto that lead that they had at the half here in the second half is foul trouble for Finley Moffitt. Did not see her on the floor much. She was pretty much the offense for the Panthers. And a spark plug. Picked up 3 fouls. Coach Justin Moffitt put her on the bench, save her for this fourth quarter. She's back in. Panthers with some issues. We've got bodies hitting the deck and a foul, I'm assuming, as a Lady Panther went over the back of Bristol Brooks. Yeah, that's a foul on West Henderson. No shots here. It'll be the first on the Falcons. Manuel picks it up, her first. And it goes to Bristol Brooks. Brooks saves it out of bounds. No, she doesn't. She stepped on the baseline. As it came into bounds, she dribbled it one time and then kind of lost control of it, tried to save it, but couldn't. So it's Scontress up top. Over to Hearns. Hearns into the corner, Simons. Simons gives it up to Scontress right side. Driving, baseline. Scontress gives it up. Shot up and good for, I believe that was Simons, to make it a 10-point advantage for the West Henderson Falcons once again. Underneath, Malia Mason can't get it to go for the Panthers. Long rebound. Fight for it. Out of bounds. Who's basketball? It's going to be Lady Panther basketball. So Franklin will have to get it inbound in front of their own bench on their end of the court. 7:07 left, fourth quarter. And it goes Bristol Brooks. She is open, a three. Long board as that one is a big miss. Had a collision, and the ball goes out of bounds side court on the other side. And who was it off is the question. They're going to say jump ball, possession arrow to West Henderson because the officials couldn't decide. Wow. So West Henderson has possession up 10 at 58-48 as we tick under 7 minutes left. Scontris finds Manuel. She's going to jack a three. Can't hit. Offensive rebound. Simons lifts the pass over to Amin, and it's knocked away from Amin. Last touch by Riley Green. Stays with West Henderson on their end of the court. Amin gets it inbounds to Simons. Left side. Drives in. Kicks it back out to Manuel. Over to Simons, deep in the corner, three! Got it! My goodness. Good gracious. A three-point barrage in this ball game. Biggest lead of the night for the West Henderson Falcons, now up 61-48. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. Hang with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. 6:38 left. Biggest lead of the night for the West Henderson Falcons. Coach Justin Moffitt had seen enough. He called timeout, a full timeout, to talk things over. Panthers not been able to make shots. They've turned the ball over, and West Henderson has warmed up from downtown. Panthers into the front court. It's Bristol Brooks underneath. Shot off the glass. Good. Probably was a coaching point in that huddle and that timeout. Trying to get the ball underneath. Hard screen up top. Body's hitting the deck. Scontris driving in. Can't get the bucket to go. Panthers now with it. Outlet pass up to Riley Green. Green can't get it to go. That was a point-blank layup. Manuel down court. West Henderson attacks. Lifts the shot. Does Manuel? No. Offensive rebound. Second shot wouldn't go. That was Myrna Amin. And Amin fought for it and fired it off of the Lady Panthers. So the Falcons will have possession underneath their own buckets. And it goes. Sue Hearns back out. Scontris. She's open. Three. Off the mark. Brooks with the rebound. Here come the Panthers, dressed in black tonight with red trim. Riley Green open right side. Three. Got it. Check that. Malloy. Layla Malloy with the three. Manuel tries to answer and does. Sawyer Manuel with the three. Back up by double digits of the West Henderson Falcons now. 64-53. Malloy, another three. Both teams trading threes. Almost a turnover. In the paint, Scontris lost control. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks down court, free throw line, kicks it out just inside the arc. Jumper wouldn't go. Fight for it. Whose ball? It's out of bounds to the Panthers. With 4:57 left in the fourth. 64-56, 8-point advantage for West Henderson. If you just tuned into this game, Panthers had 11-1 advantage in the first quarter, and then West Henderson went on a run, and it's been back and forth ever since. On the inbounds pass into the hands of Moffitt, then she loses control of it. Biggest lead for West Henderson was 12 here in the fourth quarter, and we've got a pass that was intercepted by Layla Malloy, then they'll say that she double dribbled with it. So it's Falcon basketball underneath their own bench, dressed in their home whites tonight. Myrna men gets it inbounds to Manuel. Back it goes to a men left side. She's going to drive in, kick it out up top. Manuel feeds underneath in that low block. Hearns lost control of it. Bristol Brooks had it. She drives up court, loses control. They'll say last touch by Bristol Brooks. It'll be West Henderson basketball, back and forth. They'll have it on their end of the court. Simons gives it up to a men up top, center jump circle. They'll find Sawyer Manuel, calls out the offense. Manuel feeds free throw line. A men lost control of it briefly. Then finds Scottress. Scottress driving in, lost control. It's a turnover. Moffitt knocked it away. Off to the races goes Bristol Brooks. Bristol with a Euro step, wouldn't go. Moffitt grabbed the rebound, goes up, wouldn't go. And on the rebound, there's a foul. Or was it on the shot? They're going to give it on the shot. Okay. Myrna men will pick up the foul. That'll be the second on West. Free throws for Finley Moffitt. First one no good. So Myrna men picks up her fourth. I thought that was her fourth foul. Put it up on the board. One more at the stripe for Finley Moffitt. She missed both. Those are big. Need every point in this ball game. Approaching 4 minutes left. Scottress kicks it over Manuel. Corner just inside the arc. Jumper good for Sawyer Manuel. Panthers attack in the paint, losing control. Green picks it back up, gives it up to Layla Malloy off the glass, and good. Layla Malloy with the bucket. 66-58 as driving in Curran lost control of it. Last touch by Lady Panther. Falcons will reset underneath their own bucket. Looking to get it inbounds. They have to eventually. They just barely beat that 5-second clock. And it goes to Avery Hearns. She lost control of it. The Panthers have it. Trailing by 8 here at 66-58. Layla Malloy underneath. Off the glass and good for Finley Moffitt to make it a 66-60 West Henderson advantage. Moffitt she's nearing 20 points here. I don't think my calculations are correct. She has been a force underneath. And I mentioned coming back from break at third quarter, didn't see Finley Moffitt a lot on the floor for the Panthers. And that's when West Henderson was able to build onto their lead. She's been a presence in the low post throughout the night and scoring at will. Well, timeout on the floor. Just a 30-second timeout at 3:07 left here in the fourth. Boys action coming up after the conclusion of this one. About 10-15 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one. We'll have some boys basketball for you. Audio only tonight as the NFHS Network has the video right. And you know about them. Those pesky folks of the NFHS. Sawyer Manuel across that timeline, directing traffic for the West Henderson Falcons. Lifts a high pass over to Hearns, back to Manuel. They drain some clock here. Looks like that's what Coach Casey Byer wants them to do. Manuel driving in. She would have taken that shot a while back. Going to find an open Avery Hearns at the free throw line. Her shot wouldn't go. Bristol Brooks comes out with a rebound. Down court, slapped away from Riley Green, out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers on their end of the court. Trailing by 6. Bristol looks to get it in. Does into the corner to Riley Green. Green going to feed underneath Finley Moffitt. Knocked away from Moffitt, then bodies hitting the deck. What do they call? Jump ball? The possession arrow should be with the Panthers, and it is. So the Lady Panthers will retain possession on their end of the court. And Riley Green gets it in bounds. Layla Malloy with it. Malloy over to Green. Got to speed up the offense. 2:22 left. Bristol Brooks has it. High pass into Finley Moffitt. She's going to be fouled on the way to the hole. But I believe she was in the act of shooting. That'll send Finley to the line for a couple of shots. 2:17 left. Foul whistled on Taylor Kernan. That'll be the third on Curran. And the third on West. The Panthers have yet to commit a foul here in the fourth quarter. First shot no good for Finley Moffitt. One more for Moffitt. Got the second to go. Now just a 5-point edge for West Henderson. They'll have possession. 2:14 with a ticking clock. Manuel swings it up top to Simons. She gives it up to Scottress. Scottress baseline driving and gets bumped by Finley Moffitt. That's going to be her fourth. And the first on the foul, the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. No shots. She was not in the act. Got a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout. Yeah, it's going to be a full timeout. Not sure who took it, but we will take a break. Stay with us.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. As we get back to action out of the timeout, West Henderson has possession. 2 minutes left. Manuel dribbling up top, free throw line. Now going to back it out. Near her bench, dribbling. Training clock. Doesn't look like they have any intent of trying to shot. Hearns. Panthers have 4 fouls to give. Down to a minute 40. Over to Hearns. Hearns tie up. Possession arrow going to stay with West Henderson. West gets it inbounds to Manuel. Manuel going to be harassed. And is it a turnover? Now we've got a whistle. And tie up. Possession arrow is to the Panthers. So Franklin with it, down 5, minute 23 left. Bristol Brooks across that timeline, going to feed it into the front court. Now underneath, Finley Moffitt. Back out beyond the arc it goes. Autry going to feed underneath. It's Finley Moffitt with the bucket off the glass to cut it to a 3-point lead for the West Henderson Falcons. They've got possession, 65 seconds left. We've got a whistle and a timeout for Coach Casey Byer. Is it going to be a full or a 30-second timeout? Is the question. 30-second timeout for Coach Casey Byer. Franklin trails by 3. As I mentioned a couple of times throughout the broadcast, this game pivotal in the Mountain 7 Conference standings. Franklin with 2 losses now after losing on Monday night to Smoky. 1 loss only for West Henderson. That came to Pisgah as well, as Franklin has a loss to Pisgah. West Henderson comes in at 5-11 overall. All 5 wins have come in conference. 30-second timeout in the books for Coach Casey Byer and the Lady Falcons. They'll have possession. They get it into Scottress and deep in the backcourt now. Into the front court it goes to Manuel. Manuel being harassed. Panthers trying to cause a turnover. Scottress just holds it, and she's going to be fouled. Just the second foul. Panthers have 3 more to give. They give that one to Riley Green. And it goes into the backcourt. Manuel had it, then she lost control of it. Bodies everywhere. And what are they going to call? Good gracious. A jump ball? Possession arrow is to West Henderson. So West has it again, draining more clock. We're down to 43 seconds. And now a foul. Just the 3rd on Franklin. West is going to be able to drain a good amount of clock. Panthers still have 2 more to give. Now the officials are talking at the scores table. Haven't put the foul up on the scoreboard just yet. Still some discussion. All right, we're back to action now. And it goes into backcourt. Manuel going to feed up to Scottress. Scottress going to be fouled, I thought. Ball knocked away, but now they're going to whistle a foul on the Panthers. So we'll have 1 more to give. .34 seconds left. Panthers, or check that, Falcons have to get it in bounds, and they're going to whistle a foul before the ball is triggered, and that should be the 5th one. Yep. So we'll have free throw opportunities now for Sawyer Manuel and the Falcons with 34.1 seconds remaining here in this 4th quarter. Manuel trying to make it a 2-possession game. At the free throw line. First shot for Manuel, up and good. Now a 4-point edge for West Henderson. 67-63. Second shot up and good. So now it's a 5-point lead for West Henderson. Bristol Brooks of the Panthers. Down court, Bristol gets bumped at the center jump circle. Sawyer Manuel will pick up the foul. Just the 3rd on West Henderson. So no shots here. 29.3 seconds left in the 4th. Bristol gets it in bounds. Riley Green finds Bristol Brooks. She's going to drive in, spin, shoot, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Second shot, no. Another offensive rebound. Riley Green hits the deck as she goes up to attempt a shot. It's no good, but we'll have some free throw shots here for Riley Green. Is that on Myrna Amen? Yeah, it is. That'll be her 5th. But both teams are over the limit now. 16.8 left, and Amen going to have to take a seat. That's her 5th. Riley Green, the junior, at the free throw line to try to cut into this 5-point lead for West Henderson. Can't hit the first. That's big. One more, up and good. Now 4-point lead, timeout on the floor. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. So we will take a break. Be back right after this.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
4-point lead for the West Henderson Falcons out of the timeout. They'll have possession for the home team. And the Panthers will pick up in the backcourt with some press. 16.8 seconds left. You've got to cause a turnover at this point and buy possession. Both teams over the limit. We'll have free throws at any foul, and we'll have one. There was a collision in the backcourt. And it'll be Bristol Brooks that'll pick it up. And who are they going to send to the line? Who was it that collided? Was that Scottress or Simons? It's going to be Simons at the free throw line. Bristol picks up her second foul. And again, both teams over the limit now. Simons' first shot. It's real quiet. And she can't hit. Remains a 4-point edge for the Falcons. Finley Moffitt going to check back into the game for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers. Newsom, Malloy, Green, Brooks, and Moffitt on the floor. Second one up and good at the free throw line. Back to a 5-point lead. Here comes Bristol Brooks into the front court. Bristol feeding Finley Moffitt. Can't get it to go. Long rebound picked up by Brooks. Brooks going to feed up top. A three. Banked it home. And a timeout as that one goes through the bucket with 1.8 seconds left. 2-point lead for West Henderson. 1.8 seconds left. A smart timeout for Coach Justin Moffitt, interim Coach Justin Moffitt, to call that timeout immediately, because in high school ball, the clock doesn't stop after a made shot like you see in college. So the clock would have run out. Now you've got to cause a steal or cause a foul before the ball is put into play. No time coming off the clock, and then hope that West Henderson misses. Then you've got an opportunity. The Panthers pick up in the backcourt as West looks to get it in bounds. They do. And a foul immediately. A second goes off the clock. 0.9 left. Shots on the other end, and then it's going to be very difficult. Layla Malloy going to pick up the foul for the Lady Panthers. At the free throw line, Scottress hits the first. And she could win the ball game with this second shot, make it a two-possession game, and there's no chance unless there was a foul on the three-point line. No good. That'll do it. Franklin and West Henderson did battle tonight, and it went down to the wire, and it's a final. 70-67. Lady Panthers suffer their third defeat in conference, their second consecutive conference defeat, dropped to 4-3 in conference and 8-8 overall. West Henderson improves to 6-11 and 6-1 in the Mountain 8 Conference. Congratulations to Coach Casey Byer. Panthers will come back home on Tuesday to face the East Henderson Eagles and see if they can get back into the win column in conference play. Boys teams are coming out of the locker room. They're going to get warmed up here. And we're going to get set for the boys action. It should be a good one coming up here in just a few moments. So hang with us across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, welcome to the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. George Young with Tracy Talent once again, and we are here in the middle of the Panther Pit on the visitor side. And if you have ridden by in the month of December, you have seen the stands. The visitor stands are in. They've still got a couple of more stands to put up. We've got some concrete that's being poured today when we're on site, but this is an exciting time, Tracy.
It is exciting. It's good to see these stands going in. This was a milestone, you know, people starting to see some progress taking place just right off the roadside.
And these stands, I'm impressed by how far they go up. You've got plenty of room here. We were talking about this before we started. A lot of room here for cheerleaders, a lot of room for the track over here. It's a lot more room than we had before.
Lots more room. We were just excited about the whole plaza area, and we were talking about that this week at the board meeting, about a lot of different places around the whole stadium up top and then down below here to congregate and to have those things that people enjoy, stand around and talk.
Yeah, and the weather has been a challenge. We've had a lot of dreary days, some rain, some fog, but it really hasn't stopped these guys.
No, they're still working. As yesterday, Thursday, it was raining, which set them behind a little bit on some things, but like this morning, they were back pouring concrete and back to laying block and laying brick and doing some things. The little wind is stopping the crane work, and we'll see the crane a little bit later, but it's the wind and things slows that down a little bit.
Weather is always a challenge when it's construction, and as big of a construction site as this is, it is a big challenge. You've been pouring concrete middle of the night, it seems, all hours of the day you're pouring concrete. Talking about that crane, That is a huge crane, about 400 feet it looks like. And that's to bring in steel and to bring in beams, correct?
Yes, and we'll see that if we go up on the yard here after a while. They're got all the steel laid there for the slab on deck, and you can see as we look around to the Fine Arts Center here, you can see some of the roof trusses going in and things like that. So they've got all that steel laying there ready to erect, and already been working on it. So they're putting the bolts and the footers in for the bridge that goes to the second floor of the main building too.
All right, we're going to take a tour once again, so let's go. Now we come to the back side of the gymnasium and the Fine Arts Center. The big crane is loading some steel. Tracy, what's happening back over here?
As you can see, we have the steel yard here, and they have everything laid down for the slab on deck and roof trusses that's going around the Fine Arts Center and the walking track around the gym. They're starting to swing some steel, started last week. Of course, like I said earlier, the wind kind of slows them down a little bit on that, but
Kind of windy today.
Kind of windy today on a very active site. Been seeing a lot of things going on, but they're setting some steel, and it's moving along.
Since the last time we talked in the November construction update, they have put these walls up, and these walls are going to go even higher, right?
Yes. This is the cafeteria and kitchen area, these first set of walls, and then the next set, the higher set that you see there is the Fine Arts Center. They'll be going a little bit higher, and of course then the gym walls here, and they'll be going higher as well. They're pouring the gym floor. It's just coming along.
It is. I'll tell you, a lot has happened since the last time that we talked to you. We're going to head over to the other side and check out the press box area, and then we're going to head down and get kind of an overview of this big crane. One thing on the backside of Frogtown, which you see behind us, is a retaining wall that they have built on the side there. A lot of dirt's been moved.
A lot of dirt moved in to make the pad for the main educational wings of the building. Will come out onto the edge of that. Well, not all the way to the edge. There'll be a road between the bank and the educational part, but it'll come out. Looking from this end, it'll look like it's out onto the edge of that bank. But they put in the retaining wall going up Phillips Street, Frogtown area, and your road will come out pretty close to that. And we'll have some buildings actually setting out there too. The greenhouse for the ag department, and some storage areas for the welding and carpentry shops.
We are here now. Behind us is the press box, of course, and the gym is right here. We were just talking before we started this part of the update, Tracy, about how far we're getting closer and closer to the gym. A little teetering on the edge there, but as this progresses, you're going to see all this kind of level out, and of course the press box we see, and the brickwork is going in, and the bleachers and the stands area, they're going to be going in pretty quick too.
Yeah, they were supposed to have started this past week, but I guess weather held them up on that. And as they're finishing up on the other side, then they're laying out, as you can see, the piers and things laid out there on the side of the slope. They'll be getting ready. They put the fabric down first, and then they will be enclosed bleachers like you see on the other side, aluminum totally enclosed, obviously so water can get through, but no debris can get through.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. Tracy, as always, appreciate you giving us a tour. A lot going on. I'm sure when we talk to you in January, it's going to be even bigger of a transformation.
Yeah, and as they get some of these walls closed in, we'll be able to take some tours of the inside of the building.
I'm looking forward to that because it's been a cold day, kind of windy.
It is.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right, thank you.
Welcome back to Mills River, West Henderson High School, getting set for the boys varsity We're about to have the dulcet tones of Gary Ayers introduce the starting lineups for both teams. The Panthers come in after suffering their first conference loss of the season on Monday night at the hands of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs at the Battle of Cowie Mountain. That game moved up over this past weekend. Didn't know it was supposed to be played on Monday till Sunday. I don't know when they made that decision. But anyway, the Panthers ended up losing in a close one. So for their first conference loss, 5-1 now in the Mountain 8 Conference, 12-3 overall. West Henderson yet to win in Mountain 8 Conference play. They are 4-12 overall coming into tonight's action. Coach Doug Clemens, we'll catch up with him again on Tuesday as we get prepared for the video broadcast of the East Henderson Eagles and the Panthers on Tuesday. Looking forward to catching up with him. The Panthers have been on the road for 3 straight, including tonight's contest in Mills River against the West Henderson Falcons. Of course, the Falcons had a stretch there where they had won a couple of conference championships. Of course, East Henderson now has been the top dog for the past few years. Panthers were able to defeat East in December before losing to Smoky Mountain for the first conference loss on Monday night of this week. As the lights come off and Gary Ayers introduces the West Henderson Falcons, we'll look at the conference standings. There they are. The Panthers still at the top of the conference because East Henderson lost to Pisgah on Tuesday night. So they are now 4-2. Franklin still at the top of the conference. You see West Henderson at the very bottom, yet to win a conference game. Here's the schedule upcoming. I mentioned 3 on the road. Got 3 next week. 1 at home, 2 on the road. Trip to Andrews on Wednesday, a game that they had to push from December because Andrews was suffering through a lot of illness. They moved it to the 21st of January, and a trip to Brevard. A long week next week. Of course, we're in the middle of January, and it's all basketball all the time. All right, looks like both teams are ready to go. We turned the lights back on here, similar to what the Panthers do at the Panther Den. Have a spotlight and turn the lights off. Jumping center for the Panthers will be Peyton Hervey. He is done throughout the season. We are underway here at West Henderson High School. Cooper Carnes had it, lost it, into the hands of Gunnar McConnell. And Gunnar McConnell off to the races and gets the first points up on the board, and then issues getting it in bounds. Knocked away. It's going to stay with West Henderson. Panthers pick up the pressure in the backcourt. Chamberlain feeds up court. Underneath, Brady Duval can't get it to go. Fight for it, and we've got a whistle and a foul as Will Rowers secured that rebound. And a reach-in on Brady Duval. That'll be the first on West Henderson and the first on Brady Duval as we are 30 seconds into this first quarter. Attic Sutton going to run the point. Going to give it up. Gunnar McConnell. Gunnar finds Rowers, top of the key. He's going to jack a 3. It won't hit. And here comes the West Henderson Falcons. High pass secured by Kuhn. They're swinging around the horn. Duval in the corner. Back to Chamberlain. He has it. Play and catch with McCraw. And now a turnover. Outlet pass. Gunnar McConnell couldn't secure it. Knocked away from him. And last touch by Jace Chamberlain. And the Eagles, so it'll stay with the Panthers on their end of the court. Attic Sutton to trigger underneath his own basket. And it goes to McConnell. He wanted a foul, lifted a shot, wouldn't go baseline. Here come the East Henderson, make that the West Henderson Falcons. Chamberlain, pass in the paint, going to be knocked away. Off it goes to Hervey. Hervey thought about a three, finds Attic Sutton near the free throw line. He spins, kicks it back out. Now going to be fed underneath is Sutton. He couldn't get much to go. Back out Will Rowers. Rowers drives in, hits the deck. Body's hitting the deck everywhere. No foul. Off to the Falcons. It's Cooper Carnes. And he'll get the bucket to go on the fast break. Cooper Carnes, sophomore, forward for Coach Brandon Brooks. And the Falcons, it's Attic Sutton. And the Panthers attacking. It's Will Rowers up top as he gets the handoff from Attic Sutton. To find Hervey in the paint. And we've got a whistle. And we've got a foul. They give that one to Cooper Carnes. Yeah, his first foul, second on West. Free throw opportunities now for Lance Parker. First one in the air, and good. Lance Parker gives the Panthers a 3-2 lead. Second shot in the air, and it's good. Now press again for the Panthers. West breaks it into the front court. Here comes Chamberlain. He's going to attempt and hit from downtown left side. Chamberlain with the three, and West Henderson takes a 1-point lead. Attic Sutton up top for the Panthers. Driving, kicking. Panthers try to answer. Peyton Hervey, three wouldn't go. From the right corner. Jace Chamberlain bringing it up court very slowly, almost a backcourt violation. As he found Duval on the other side. Back it goes to Jace Chamberlain. He attempts a three. Wouldn't go. Long rebound picked up by the Panthers. Gunnar McConnell spins a pass to Hervey underneath. Hervey's first shot, no. Got his own rebound. Second shot, no. Lance Parker going to come out with it. Panthers reset. They give it up to Will Rowers. He's open three, left side. It's up and good. Rowers gives the Panthers a 7-5 lead. 5 minutes left here, first quarter. And West answers with Jace Chamberlain. A three up and good. 8-7. West now back up by a point. Attic Sutton across that timeline. He dribbles. Finds Will Rowers. Rowers driving. Triple teamed. Lifts a shot. Wouldn't go. West Henderson with a rebound. Student section. Reminding Will Rowers that was an air ball. Chamberlain with it. Kicks it out over left side. Christ, three. Wouldn't go. Jonah Christ, offensive rebound. Second shot, Carnes, no. Another offensive rebound. It's Brady Duval. He's fighting underneath, and he's going to travel with it. Duval travels, turnover for West Henderson. 4:09 left in the first. And the Falcons up 8-7. Gunnar McConnell brings it up for Coach Doug Clemens. Gives it up to Will Rowers. Three, left side, no. Offensive rebound, Lance Parker. Parker goes up, and as he was attempting, he got fouled. And we got some free throw opportunities for Lance Parker. Second foul going against Cooper Carnes. First shot up, and good. Got the roll. Hit the front of the iron, did Lance Parker, and got the roll. He ties it at 8 apiece. 4 ticks under 4 minutes left, first quarter. Parker, one more at the stripe. And he got the second to go. Panthers pick up full court press. West yet to get it across that timeline. Barely do. Into the front court it goes. Lawrence. Corner J, up and good. Cooper Lawrence with the two-pointer to give the West Henderson Falcons a 1-point lead again. It's Gunnar McConnell in the paint, kicking it out. Free throw line now. Lance Parker lifts the shot. No, got his own rebound, goes back up. Couldn't get it to go. Attic Sutton will grab a third rebound, and he'll get fouled underneath. Was he in the act of shooting? The question. He was spinning. Was he going up? Yeah, he was. Attic Sutton will be at the line for 2 shots. Cooper Lawrence picks up the foul. His first, 4th on West Henderson. 1 more to give. Attic Sutton can't hit the first. He'll get 1 more. Second shot for Sutton. Got that one to go. Ties it at 10 apiece. Jackson Wilson going to check into the game for Coach Doug Plemons. Again, press for Coach Plemons. West Henderson trying to break it. They do into the front court. It's Cooper Lawrence. Lawrence, double team, finds Jonah Christ up top. He'll spin a pass to Chamberlain. Around the horn it goes now, right side in the corner. Back up top, Jonah Christ. Christ in the paint, spinning, shooting. No good. Offensive rebound. Second shot, no good. And on the second shot rebound, what do we have? Got a foul on Franklin? Yeah, Jackson Wilson going to pick up the foul. He must have picked up that foul on the block. I didn't see him around the basketball. So free throw opportunities now. They'll say he was in the act of shooting was Cooper Lawrence. Check that. It's not Lawrence. That's Adrian Koo. Koo will get 1 more. And he got the second to go. West up 12-10, 2:50 left first quarter. Gunnar McConnell center jump circle. On the dribble, bounces a pass into the corner. Left side, Jackson Wilson. He's going to drive in, kick it out. Open 3, Hervey, air ball. Lance Parker grabs the rebound and goes back up, gets it off the glass to tie it at 12. West Henderson breaks that full court press. Now some issues in the front court. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Brandon Brooks and West Henderson. They want to talk it over. And I think that was just a bailout timeout as Lawrence had some issues in the front court being harassed by a Panther. Again, here's the schedule. We looked at it in the pregame. If you just joined us, 3 games next week for the Panthers. 1 at home, 2 on the road, Andrews and Brevard. Long trips, both of those. The host of the East Henderson Eagles on Tuesday night. Conference standings look like this. Franklin still at the top of the conference, even though they lost on Monday night. East Henderson lost to drop their mark to 4-2 in conference. So out of the timeout, West has possession. Chamberlain calls out the offense. Over to Koo. Koo back to Chamberlain. Back over left side it goes Koo. Chamberlain now playing catch with Koo deep in the corner. Thought about it. In the paint it goes. Shot no good for Lawrence. And a foul. They're going to whistle on Franklin. All right. This is a touch foul. Jackson Wilson. He has come into the game and been unlucky. We've gotten 2 quick ones. That's the second on Franklin, and both of those have been awarded to Jackson Wilson. Free throw opportunities for Cooper Lawrence, the sophomore. Can't hit the first. He'll get 1 more. We're tied at 12 here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us as we are almost at 8 o'clock. Second shot, up and good. So West grabs a 1-point lead again. Gunnar McConnell is running the point tonight for the most part. Coach Doug Clements, he has it. Swings it over to Jackson Wilson, and he's going to hit from downtown. A deep three for Jackson Wilson, and the Panthers are up by 2. 15-13, minute 42, ticking clock here. First quarter, Chase Chamberlain over to Koo. Koo going to feed underneath. Back out it goes. Chamberlain around the horn. Jonah Christ dribbling, now right side. Gets double team. Kicks it up top. Chamberlain around left side. Now Koo. Koo side to side with a dribble. Panthers in a zone. Back over to Koo. He's open three. Wouldn't go. Rebound Lance Parker. Here come the Panthers. Over to Gunnar McConnell. Check that. Will Rowers. Rowers driving, kicking. McConnell has it. Drives inside. Lifts a running shot. Wouldn't go. And the rebound to West Henderson. It's Chase Chamberlain who picks it up. Now going to feed quickly up court. Jonah Christ. He gets double teamed deep in the corner left side. Over to Chamberlain. Chamberlain feeds a pass. Knocked away. Picked up by the Panthers. Peyton Hervey into the front court. Hervey pulls up. Baseline jumper good for Hervey. 45 seconds left. Panthers up 17-13. With a little better rhythm offensively. And a turnover. Gunnar McConnell picks the pocket at midcourt. Gives it up. Will Rowers cutting to the hole off the glass. 30 seconds left. Panthers on a run up 19-13. Jonah Christ pulls up. Left side. Three. Got it. Panthers now with 17 seconds left. Gunnar McConnell holds it over his head in the front court. Swings it over to Jackson Wilson. Wilson going to drive into the paint. Lift a nice pass over to a cutting Lance Parker. Panthers up 21-16, 5-point lead at the buzzer. Shot wouldn't go from three. Had a good look at it. Did Jonah Christ, and that's going to do it. First quarter in the books here at West Henderson High School. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and begin the second quarter here in just a few.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. 8 more minutes till halftime. 21-16. Panthers up by 5 after a back and forth first half or first quarter. Panthers able to go on a run late and take a 5-point edge. It's Gunnar McConnell up top for the Panthers as they have possession to begin this second quarter. Will Rowers going to drive in left side, kick it out. Check that. Gunnar McConnell gets bumped after he receives the pass from Will Rowers near the free throw line. And no shots here. That'll be the first whistle on West Henderson. And the first on Oliver Hoxton-Sellen. Rowers has it between the leg dribble. Center jump circle. Now kicks it, Gunnar McConnell left side. Back out it goes, Will Rowers. He's going to drop, split a double team, lost control, and another foul going to be whistled. And that one's going against Jonah Christ. Was he in the act of shooting? Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So they'll say when his body was in motion upwards. Foul whistled on Christ's first, second on West. First shot up, no good for Will Rowers. I know that's one thing that Coach Doug Clemens, I'm sure, is trying to work on, and it's hard. Free throw shots. Franklin had a great year, but free throws have been hot and cold. Second shot, wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. It's off of a West Henderson Falcon. So it'll stay with the Panthers. 7:31 left. Gunnar McConnell, the trigger underneath his own bucket. Gets it inbounds. Lance Parker underneath. Nice inbounds pass. Couldn't convert. Lance Parker got his own rebound. Goes back up. And he'll get the bucket to go on the second opportunity. 23-16. Panthers up. 7:20 left, second quarter. Christ going to feed a pass underneath, intercepted. Will Rowers feeds. Nolan Collins off the glass, good. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point lead for the Panthers. 7:04 left in the second, and it looks like Coach Brandon Brooks and the West Henderson Falcons want to talk things over. 30-second timeout on the floor. As the Panthers have flexed their muscle here to begin the second quarter to extend that lead to 9 at 25-16. Looking at the radar, they tried to move these games up to try to beat the weather that's moving in. Looks like it's going to be after midnight, back towards Nashville. And all rain over in Tennessee, but once it starts moving this way, of course, it's in the 30s right now. We'll see if it gets colder or not. And it'll be snow or freezing rain or any of that mess. Hopefully it stays away. 7:04 left first half. Panthers up 25-16. And it'll be West Henderson with the basketball out of the timeout. Panthers pick up full court. And West going to break it into the front court. And then Will Rowers going to pick the pocket of Christ. Down court, off the glass, good. Gunnar McConnell and the foul. It'll be the third foul whistled on West Henderson. Going against Jace Chamberlain. That's his first. And McConnell for the and one. Got it. David Bennett going to check in for Coach Doug Clemens as the Panthers up now 12 at 28-16. Again, full court press. Inbounds pass secured by Chamberlain. Gives it up to Christ. Going to bring it into the front court. Jonah Christ feeds in the paint. Carnes. Did he travel or did he get fouled? What happened here? It's on the floor. I know that'll be a foul on Franklin. Going against Nolan Collins. Franklin's first, Collins first. Hasn't played a lot of minutes. Came in late in that first quarter, stayed in the ball game. So West triggers underneath their own bucket, and it goes to Kuhn. Kuhn's pass knocked away, picks it back up. Over to Carnes. Carnes going to feed a pass underneath that's knocked away. And I'll say last touch by Cooper Lawrence. And West Henderson. Back over to the Panthers, up 12, 6:32 left. They've got it. David Bennett dribbling outside the arc. Finds Gunnar McConnell, center jump circle. Between the circles, he's going to drive. Just left of the stripe. Can't get it to go. Gunnar McConnell tried to grab the rebound, secured by Cooper Lawrence. Now it's off to the races. Pass up court, knocked away, picked up by Christ. Driving in, we've got a whistle and a traveling violation on Jonah Christ. So a turnover for the Falcons. Gotten sloppy here the last minute. Gunnar McConnell across that timeline, center jump circle. Between the circles, he'll dribble. He'll kick it over to David Bennett. A three off the mark. Here come the Falcons on the long rebound into the front court. Jonah Christ driving in off the glass and good. Deceptive speed for Jonah Christ. He put it in gear and able to get that one baseline. Panthers by 10. David Bennett has it. Finds Will Rowers on the low block. Goes up, hits the deck. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound Christ. A little frustration in the backcourt. Leave on Will Rowers. He wanted a foul and didn't get it. And they're going to whistle a foul on Will Rowers. That'll be his first, team's second. Trying to knock that one away from Jonah Christ. 5:26 left in the second. Liam Austin brings it up, feeds a pass. That is knocked away. stays with West Henderson. They'll have to trigger in front of the Panther bench. And it goes to Austin. Austin going to find Price left side. He's dribbling. Gets double team. Going to feed to Cooper Carnes. Baseline. He's going to lift a shot that doesn't go. Long rebound into the backcourt. Going to be secured by Christ. Into the front court go the West Henderson Falcons over to Lawrence deep in the right corner. Now free throw line. Driving Kuhn. His shot partially blocked, I believe. It's out of bounds. And it's going to stay with West Henderson. .451 left in the second. West gets it in underneath. And it goes Christ deep in the left corner. He's going to dribble out of there. Then get double team. Feeds underneath to Cooper Carnes. Carnes shot baseline wouldn't go. Panthers have it on their end. Gunnar McConnell kicks it. David Bennett back up top now. It's Lance Parker. Parker drives, kicks. Nolan Collins. Now Bennett up top. Hands it off, Gunnar McConnell. McConnell going to drive right side, get bumped. Hit the deck, whistling a foul. Are the officials? He'll be at the line, most likely here. Will Gunnar McConnell. That's going to go against Oliver Hogsted. That'll be the fourth on West. They've got one more to give with 4:23 left here in the second. First one up and good at the strike for Gunnar McConnell. Attic Sutton going to check in for Coach Plemons. Back in also Peyton Hervey as Bennett and Collins take a seat. One more at the stripe for Gunnar McConnell. And he gets the roll on the second, hits both, makes it a 30-18 Panther advantage. Up 12, matches their biggest lead so far tonight. Foster almost traveled, gives it up to Christ. He's going to dribble baseline right side. Lift the shot to get the roll. Jonah back to 10-point edge. Lance Parker working on that low block, trying to get position, kicks it out. McConnell just inside the arc, pulls up. The J wouldn't go. Fight for the board, and Foster going to pick it up for the Falcons. Here comes West. They're going to feed. Underneath, Carnes can't get the point-blank layup. Got his own rebound and gets the second shot to go. Under 10 now at 8 is the lead for the Panthers as Attic Sutton calls out the offense for Coach Plemons. Panthers dressed in their black uniforms tonight. West in their home whites. McConnell feeds Will Rowers. He gets triple teamed. Back out beyond the arc it goes. Gunnar McConnell thought about a three. Got to find Rowers left side. He gives it up. Now it's into the hands of Peyton Hervey. Back to Rowers. Rowers doesn't have any room to shoot. Finds Gunnar McConnell driving in. Baseline, gives it up. Lance Parker able to get the J on the left side. Baseline. Back to a 10-point advantage. 2:52 left. A deep three. Wouldn't go for Duval. Long board. Here come the Panthers. Rowers with it. Free throw line. Try to get position. Again, got bumped. Wanted to foul. He has been getting a lot of contact all night, but they are not whistling fouls when Will Rowers has possession. Attic Sutton driving to the hole. Attic Sutton, what a move. Nifty for the big fella. .215 left. Liam Austin going to feed a pass, intercepted. No look, Attic Sutton in the paint, back out beyond the arc between the hands and off of Will Rowers, out of bounds. It'll go back to the West Henderson Falcons. Looks like Jace Chamberlain going to check back into the game for Coach Brooks. Price drives in, gives it up to Cooper Carnes. He can't get his shot to go. Off to the races come the Panthers. It's Sutton into the front court. Off to Gunnar McConnell. McConnell going to feed underneath Hervey. Back out it goes. Lance Parker. Parker hands it off to Hervey on that right corner. He's going to find Gunnar McConnell. McConnell feeds Will Rowers. And Rowers couldn't get much going. Gunnar McConnell now with it. Going to drive in. Free throw line. Back out. Lance Parker. Gunnar thought about it. West has switched their defense. Tough man-to-man. Will Rowers, three, good. Rowers, I think, off of a ball screen, it looked like, or he just got lost in traffic. Did the defender. To the hole off the glass. What a move by Cooper Carnes. Showed his speed on that left side. Drove in baseline to get the bucket to go. Under a minute left. Attic Sutton, left to the elbow. Kicks it out to Hervey. Hervey open. Shot wouldn't go. Panthers grab the offensive rebound, and they'll have it. A drain more clock, 42 seconds left. Attic Sutton has it, center jump circle. Calls out the offense for Coach Clemens. He'll feed Hervey. Hervey gets bumped as he was in the paint trying to go up with a shot. So we'll see some free throws for Peyton Hervey. So Adrian Koo will pick up the foul. That'll be his first, and that's well over the limit now for West. That's their sixth foul. 2 shots for Peyton Hervey, and the Panthers will have opportunities at the free throw line the final 30 seconds if they get them. First one up and good. One more at the stripe. Jackson Wilson going to check back into the game for Coach Clemens. One more for Hervey. And he got it to go. Timeout on the court. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. 39-24. Panthers building on to their lead here in the second quarter. 30-second timeout. Final 30 seconds of this first half. Falcons will have possession. Panthers remain in the position to pick up in the backcourt. They have, throughout the night, caused some havoc in the backcourt with some pressure. And that's what they'll do. Almost a turnover. Christ into the front court. Gives it up to Carnes off the glass. Almost an intercepted pass, and that left Carnes open. Jackson Wilson will attempt from the corner. It wouldn't go. Carnes with a rebound. Here come the Falcons with 10 seconds left. Quickly up court. Shot off the glass. Good. 11-point lead at the buzzer. That one almost went. That'll do it. First half in the books. And the Panthers hold a 39-28 advantage over the West Henderson Falcons here at the break. Both teams will head into the locker room. They'll talk about it, and we'll get you set for the beginning of the third quarter in just a few moments.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
folks, welcome to the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. George Young with Tracy Talent once again, and we are here in the middle of the Panther Pit on the visitor side. And if you have ridden by in the month of December, you have seen the stands. The visitor stands are in. They've still got a couple of more stands to put up. We've got some concrete that's being poured today when we're on site, but this is an exciting time, Tracy.
It is exciting. It's good to see these stands going in. This was a milestone, you know, people starting to see some progress taking place just right off the roadside.
And these stands, I'm impressed by how far they go up. You've got plenty of room here. We were talking about this before we started. A lot of room here for cheerleaders, a lot of room for the track over here. It's a lot more room than we had before.
Lots more room. We were just excited about the whole plaza area, and we were talking about that this week at the board meeting, about a lot of different places around the whole stadium up top and then down below here to congregate and to have those things that people enjoy, stand around and talk.
Yeah, and the weather has been a challenge. We've had a lot of dreary days, some rain, some fog, but it really hasn't stopped these guys.
No, they're still working. As yesterday, Thursday, it was raining, which set them behind a little bit on some things, but like this morning, they were back pouring concrete and back to laying block and laying brick and doing some things. The little wind is stopping the crane work, and we'll see the crane a little bit later, but it's you know, the wind and things slows that down a little bit.
Weather is always a challenge when it's construction, and as big of a construction site as this is, it is a big challenge. You've been pouring concrete middle of the night, it seems, all hours of the day you're pouring concrete. Talking about that crane, that is a huge crane, about 400 feet it looks like, and that's to bring in steel and to bring in beams, correct?
Yes, and we'll see that if we go up on the yard here after a while. They're got all the steel laid there for the slab on deck, and you can see as we look around to the Fine Arts Center here, you can see some of the roof trusses going in and things like that. So they've got all that steel laying there ready to erect, and already been working on it. So they're putting the bolts and the footers in for the bridge that goes to the second floor of the main building too.
All right, we're going to take a tour once again, so let's go. Now we come to the back side of the gymnasium and the Fine Arts Center. The big crane is loading some steel. Tracy, what's happening back over here?
As you can see, we have the steel yard here, and they have everything laid down for the slab on deck and roof trusses that's going around the Fine Arts Center and the walking track around the gym. They're starting to swing some steel, started last week. Of course, like I said earlier, the wind kind of slows them down a little bit on that, but
kind of windy today.
Kind of windy today on a very active site. Been seeing a lot of things going on, but they're setting some steel, and it's moving along.
Since the last time we talked in the November construction update, they have put these walls up, and these walls are going to go even higher, right?
Yes. This is the cafeteria and kitchen area, these first set of walls, and then the next set, there, the higher set that you see there is the Fine Arts Center. They'll be going a little bit higher, and of course then the gym walls here, and they'll be going higher as well. They're pouring the gym floor. It's just coming along.
It is. I'll tell you, a lot has happened since the last time that we talked to you. We're going to head over to the other side and check out the press box area, and then we're going to head down and get kind of an overview of this big crane. One thing on the backside of Frogtown, which you see behind us, is a retaining wall that they have built on the side there. A lot of dirt's been moved.
A lot of dirt moved in to make the pad for the main educational wings of the building. Will come out onto the edge of that. Well, not all the way to the edge. There'll be a road between the bank and the educational part, but it'll come out. Looking from this end, it'll look like it's out onto the edge of that bank. But they put in the retaining wall going up Phillips Street, Frogtown area, and your road will come out pretty close to that. And we'll have some buildings actually setting out there too. The greenhouse for the ag department, and some storage areas for the welding and carpentry shops.
We are here now. Behind us is the press box, of course, and the gym is right here. We were just talking before we started this part of the update, Tracy, about how far they're getting closer and closer to the gym. A little teetering on the edge there, but as this progresses,
You're going to see all this kind of level out, and of course the press box we see, and the brickwork is going in, and the bleachers in the stands area, they're going to be going in pretty quick too.
Yeah, they were supposed to have started this past week, but I guess weather held them up on that. And as they're finishing up on the other side, then they're laying out, as you can see, the piers and things laid out there on the side of the slope. They'll be getting ready. They put the fabric down first, and then they will be enclosed bleachers like you see on the other side, aluminum totally enclosed, obviously so water can get through, but no debris can get through.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for the December 2025 edition of the Franklin High School Construction Update. Tracy, as always, appreciate you giving us a tour. A lot going on. I'm sure when we talk to you in January, it's going to be even bigger of a transformation.
Yeah, and as they get some of these walls closed in, we'll be able to take some tours of the inside of the building.
I'm looking forward to that because it's been a cold day, kind of windy.
It is.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right, thank you.
McClure for three, got it! Welcome you back. Second half about to begin of the boys varsity. Panthers hold an 11-point edge over the West Henderson Falcons, who come in at 4-12 and 0-6 in the conference. Panthers at 12-3 and 5-1 in the conference, trying to bounce back from their first conference loss that happened on Monday at the hands of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Clock ticking down, about to get this third quarter. Both teams back out of the locker room. See if the Panthers can continue their hot shooting. Found their shooting eye in that second quarter, able to build a double-digit lead. That's where we stand here at the half. As I mentioned in that first half, busy week next week for the Panthers. 3 ball games, 1 non-conference, last non-conference game of the year against Andrews, and then 2 conference games, trip to Brevard, and then a big one on Tuesday night against the East Henderson Eagles. Franklin able to nip the Eagles in East Flat Rock back in December, but you know that East will be ready for the Panthers come Tuesday, so that one should be a good one, and we invite you to tune in, and we'll have a full video broadcast on Tuesday from the Panther Den. As we are back underway, third quarter, it's the West Henderson Falcons that'll have the opening possession. Almost a turnover, knocked into the backcourt. Securing it is Christ. He's going to give it up to Cooper Carnes. Drives in, partially blocked. Off to the races. Here comes Gunnar McConnell. He'll feed Lance Parker. Parker's shot wouldn't go. West Henderson will slowly bring it up as, who was that that lost his shoe? Somebody lost his shoe in the backcourt. He got it back on pretty quick. And a turnover. Errant pass. Secured by Will Rowers. Franklin attacks. Baseline jumper. Wouldn't go for Lance Parker. Another offensive rebound out to Gunnar McConnell. His shot for 3 wouldn't go. And fight for the board off of Peyton Hervey's hands. And it's over to the West Henderson Falcons, dressed in their white uniforms tonight with red numerals, blue trim. Panthers in black tonight. Black road uniforms. That one is knocked around out of bounds. It's going to stay with the West Henderson Falcons. Issues, Chase Chamberlain lost control of it. It's picked up. Lance Parker in the paint. We've got a foul. And heading to the line, actually been Jake Pendergrass, not Parker. 2-3, not 2-0. It'll be 2-3. Jake Pendergrass, it'll be at the line for a couple of shots as he drove in and got almost tied up. That's why I was kind of hesitant to say it was a foul. Listen to that one on Adrian Koo. Koo picks up his second as the first opportunity at the stripe is up and good. 40-28, Panthers by 12. One more at the stripe for Jake Pendergrass, and he gets the second. Pendergrass' first 2 points of the ball game. And Franklin builds on to that halftime lead. 7 minutes left. Third quarter. Jonah Christ with it. Playing catch with Carnes. Swing it over into the corner. Driving. Baseline. Hoxton hits the deck. Didn't make the shot. Gets bailed out with a foul. Both Hervey and Hoxton went to the floor. And Hervey got the rough end of the stick. He got the foul whistled on him. That's the first on Peyton Hervey, first on Franklin here in this second half. Hoxton's first shot up and good. He'll get one more at the stripe. And it's up and good. Back to 11-point lead where we stood at the halftime break. Gunnar McConnell brings it up court. He'll swing it over. Will Rowers drives into the paint. His shot wouldn't go. Got his own rebound, goes up, and he is fouled. He was in the act of shooting, so will be at the line for a couple here. But 2:30, take that, 6:35 left here in the third. I think of that one too. It was Hoxton again? Yeah, Hoxton picks up two quick ones. He's going to take a seat, looks like. First opportunity at the free throw line, up and good for Will Rowers. One more at the free throw line, bounces off, no good. West with the rebound, they'll slow it down. It's Christ and Carnes play catch midcourt. Now it's Christ swinging one over into the left side corner. A three would not go. Offensive rebound. Carnes, his shot wouldn't go. And then a collision after Will Rowers secured the rebound and a foul on West Henderson. I think of that one too. Jace Chamberlain, yeah. Chamberlain picks up the foul, his second, third on West. So three quick ones, not even 2 minutes into this third quarter. Peyton Hervey with it. Hervey. Watch Jake Pendergrass driving in. Jake Pendergrass leads into a shot, and they're going to whistle a foul on the Falcons. And Jake Pendergrass will be back at the line for a couple of shots. I don't know Pendergrass's height, but he and Carnes are similar in stature, height-wise, and that may be one of the reasons why Coach Doug Clemens put him in here in the second half. Did not get any very limited playing time in that first half. One more at the charity stripe for Pendergrass. It is up and good. Missed the first. 43-30, 13-point edge for the Panthers. Christ and Carnes again playing catch at midcourt, and now we've got a whistle. I think it was kicked. Yeah, it was kicked by a Panther. Went off of somebody's foot. West resets. Carnes finds Koo. Koo over to Christ. Christ gets double teamed back over Koo. Adrian Koo holds it over his head. Got to feed into the paint. Back out beyond the arc it goes Christ. He's going to drive in and lift a running shot. Good. Jonah Christ with a bucket to make it an 11-point advantage for the Panthers. 5:25 left third quarter. On the dribble, Will Rowers pulls up free throw line. Got it. $45-32. Adrian Koo Drives in, pulls up his dribble, kicks it back out beyond the arc. Chamberlain had it briefly, gives it back to Koo. Now it's Carnes with it. He lost control of it in the paint. Going to be picked up by Gunnar McConnell. McConnell driving, kicking. Rowers has it. Finds McConnell again. McConnell drives into the paint. It's Lance Parker now. That's going to baseline, get bumped, go to the hole, count it, and one for Parker. Are they going to wave it off? Yeah. The 2 opportunities at the free throw line after the foul by Cooper Carnes. That's his 3rd, and the 4th on West. Must have been on the floor before the shot. First one up and good. Oh, no, they are going to put it up there. Okay, I thought that they said it was a and one situation. They finally put it up on the scoreboard, and he got the second shot, or the and one opportunity at the free throw line to go. And it's 48-32, Panthers. 4:37 left in the 3rd. Hoxton drove in, kicked it out. Finds Christ, thought about a 3. Now into the corner it goes. Carnes, deep left side. He's going to be double teamed, looks to dish. High pass secured by Jonah Christ. Christ going to feed underneath. Hoxton lost it. Baseline, he was heading to the hole as the pass came in and he couldn't secure it. Gunnar McConnell races into the front court for the Panthers, dressed in their black tonight. He dishes a pass into the corner. 3 wouldn't go for Lance Parker. Offensive rebound, Panthers reset out to Will Rowers. His shot wouldn't go from 3. Another offensive board, Pendergrass. He shoots it out to Will Rowers. And now we've got whistles everywhere. They stopped play. Didn't see a foul. Don't know what's happening. I think there was some issue there at the scores table as one of the officials is now over the scores table and discussing something. Now we're ready to go. Panthers still have possession. In it goes Will Rowers. Rowers going to give it up to Gunnar McConnell in the paint. Gunnar spins, shoots, scores. Even 50 for the Panthers now at 50-32. 4 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Panthers flexing their muscle and pulling away here. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Jonah Christ swings it over to Hoxton. Hoxton going to kick over to Carnes. Carnes going to lift a shot. It wouldn't go. Gunnar McConnell grabs the board. He's going to race down court. McConnell deep underneath, kicking it out. Will Rowers left side, 3, short. And the rebound to Carnes. Defensive board for Carnes, and he gets his pocket picked by Will Rowers. Rowers swings a pass over to McConnell. Left side, just inside the arc, he dribbles. Pulls up, shot wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound and a collision. And a foul on West Henderson. Cooper Carnes going to pick it up, I believe. If it is, that'll be his 4th. Definitely foul shots, because that'll be the 5th on West Henderson. They call it on Carnes? No, they call it on Adrian Koo. First shot up and good for Lance Parker. He'll get one more. Attic Sutton, Jackson Wilson check in for Clemens and the Panthers. One more free throw opportunity for Lance Parker. And he got the roll on the second. 52-32. 20-point lead for the Panthers. 3:12 moving clock. Underneath it's Christ. Shot partially blocked. Here come the Panthers. Gunnar McConnell into the front court. Nifty dribbling. McConnell baseline, got poked in the eye, no call. Shot no good. He's holding his eyes. He comes down court. Adrian Koo. Wild shot, no good. Panthers grab the board. Will Rowers travels into the front court on the dribble, right side. Going to lift a cross-court pass over to McConnell into the corner. It's Jackson Wilson now deep in that left corner. puts it on the floor, gets double teamed, finds Gunnar McConnell to swing it around. Will Rowers, three, good, right side. 55-32 with 2:23 left, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Looks like Coach Brandon Brooks and West Henderson. I want to talk it over. Does it look like it's going to be a full timeout? Yes, it will be a full timeout. So we'll take a break. Stay with us.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
For 75 years, the Panther Pit has stood as an enduring symbol of our community. More than just a football stadium, it has witnessed graduations, folk festivals, senior class days, track meets, youth sports, band performances, and the crowning of many homecoming queens. As for football, it's a place where countless young men forged their character, where small-town rivalries were ignited.
Back to action here. The wrong button there. It's 2:19 left. Out of the timeout, West Henderson has possession. Jonah Christ swinging it over. Duval, check that. McCraw was checked in. McCraw gives it up. And that's going to hit the top of the backboard as Jace Chamberlain lifts a shot. It hit the back of the iron, went straight up, hit the top of the backboard in one of those scaffolding, I like to call it, the Panther den above there. Outlet pass. Lance Parker secures it. Off the glass, good. That was a football pass about 30 yards down the field. Lance Parker, he knows a little bit about football. Pretty good football player, was he? He secured that one and went to the hole. And a turnover near the free throw line. Gunnar McConnell. He's going to be fouled. They're going to count the bucket. No, I don't think so. No, they're going to say offensive foul. Okay. Wow. Gunnar McConnell going to be called with the offensive foul. That'll be the second on the Panthers. Well, West Henderson with it as Jonah Christ drives in, finds Duval. Duval quickly gives it up to Chamberlain. New lineup in for Coach Brandon Brooks to shuffle things around and try to get some offense. Duval had it, stripped away. Rowers wouldn't go. Rebound, Gunnar McConnell underneath. He gets his shot blocked, and he gets his noggin hit. He is holding it. And they whistle a foul. And some free throws coming up for Gunnar McConnell. He's got to make sure that he can see the basket here. He was hit pretty well in the top of the noggin. 67 seconds left. Foul going to be whistled on Jonah Christ, his third. And West well over the limit. So free throws the rest of this third quarter for the Panthers. First one up and good for Gunnar McConnell. He can see the basket pretty well. Or it's just involuntary motion at this point. You've shot so many of these free throws over the years. Second one up and good. Just knows what to do. Go into machine mode. Just throw it up there. 60 seconds left. West with the basketball. Chamberlain dishes a pass, almost knocked away. Back it goes Chamberlain. Right side pulls up. Chamberlain shot, no. Rebound Duval. He goes up. It wouldn't go. Another offensive board. Carnes gets fouled as he was on his way to the hole. Cooper Carnes will be at the line for a couple of shots. Attic Sutton picks up the foul. Third on Franklin. First one, back of the iron, no good. One more for Cooper Carnes, sophomore, for Coach Brandon Brooks and the Falcons. And he can't get the second. Fight for the rebound. Body's hitting the deck. Franklin wants a timeout. They had possession of it. Who was that came out with it? Oh, Lance Parker comes out with it. He was calling timeout with West Henderson Falcon on his back. He was able to get the timeout. Laying on the floor. 30-second timeout. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Panthers flex their muscle, up 11 at the break, now up 59-32. Every game in conference matters. Talked about it a lot. But this year, with the way the playoff structure is, doesn't matter as much. As nobody gets an automatic ticket to the playoffs by winning the conference. It's all about RPI and all that this year. But they will have a conference tournament, and the conference standings matter in that. Outlet pass after the timeout. Gunnar McConnell secures it off the glass. Good. A couple of times we've seen that outlet pass work with Gunnar McConnell to perfection. And a steal by McConnell to the hole. Off the glass. Good. Back-to-back buckets for Gunnar McConnell. Under 30 seconds left in the third. Price brings it up, gives it up. Chamberlain finds Austin or Lawrence baseline. It wouldn't go. Down court, Jackson Wilson, 13 seconds left. Wilson kicks it over left side. Will Rowers three. Off, no good. Lance Parker with a rebound. Goes up, gets the bucket. That'll do it. 3 quarters in the books. Panthers up 65-32. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter underway. Panthers have the first possession out of the break between quarters. Jackson Wilson has it. Whole new lineup in for Coach Flemons as Wilson drives in and he gets it knocked away. We'll get those names here in a second. Looks like some new guys are in white as well for West Henderson. Zane McCraw able to get the bucket to go underneath. See, it is Paxton Sutton that is going to bring it up for Clemens. He has it up top. He's going to swing it over to Nolan Collins. Back to Paxton Sutton. Sutton on the dribble, free throw. Jump step, kicks it out. Three by Collins, up and good. Michael Foster. He is in the game for Coach Brown. Also, Liam Austin. He had it briefly. Finds McCraw. McCraw going to kick it left side, a three. Back of the iron, wouldn't go. And a long board secured by the Panthers. Up to Jackson Wilson. Wilson underneath. His shot is blocked from behind. Off to Foster. West Henderson outlet. And a fast break off the glass. Good. Paxton Sutton slowly brings it up. Over to Jackson Wilson, right side. Wilson. Now going to find David Bennett. Bennett backs it out. Finds Paxton Sutton. Now Sutton got a feed underneath. Too tough. Able to secure it. Bennett kicks it over to Jackson Wilson. His shot from three, deep in the right corner, wouldn't go. Panthers able to secure the rebound, and then Paxton Sutton passes it over into the corner as Jackson Wilson was cutting to the basket, and he went out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for the Panthers. 6:05 left, fourth quarter. West Henderson brings it up court, dressed in their white tonight. Panthers in black. Deep three, left side, banks it home. Who was that? Didn't grab his number. And some new players on the floor. To the hole. Counted and one for Paxton Sutton. 70-39. And one for Sutton. Long discussion here between the officials at the free throw line. And we've got some subs coming in now. Now finally some free throw opportunities, or one free throw opportunity for Paxton Sutton, and it is up and good. 71-39, 5.5 left. Isaac Cash has it briefly. Going to feed Foster. Foster lost control of it. It's picked up by McCraw. McCraw goes up. Shot partially blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with West Henderson. 5:21 left, fourth quarter. Panthers cruising. Liam Austin spins a pass underneath. Going to be intercepted. Off to David Bennett. Bennett going to feed up court. Jackson Wilson off the glass. One more point, 35-point differential. Will have a running clock. Lawrence. Over it goes to Foster. Foster going to feed McCraw, and it's blocked. Down to the Panthers. Into the court. Nolan Collins for a three. Wouldn't go in the deep left side corner. Free throw line. Austin lost control. Judah Bradford had it briefly into the corner. A three, right side. Hits the top of the backboard. It goes over the backboard. And that'll be back over to the West Henderson Falcons. Isaiah Cash swings it to McCraw. He is going to drive in and lift a shot. That one went all the way around the basket and would not go home, but he was bailed out with a foul. So we'll have some free throw opportunities coming up. Who'd they give that one to? Was it Judah Bradford? Yeah. First one won't go. One more at the stripe for West Henderson. Second one up and good. Paxton Sutton into the front court. Finds Jackson Wilson. Wilson pulls up just inside the arc. Can't get the roll. Fight for the rebound. Coming out with it is David Bennett. Bennett going to feed over Nolan Collins. Cross-court pass. It's Sutton, a three. Wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Cash. And he's going to quickly give it up to Foster, who brings it down court for West. He'll feed over left side. We got a whistle. Got a foul on Franklin. Just a second on the Panthers, so no shots here. Pendergrass going to check in for Coach Plemons and the Panthers. Inbounds pass for a corner three, wouldn't go. West grabs the rebound. They'll reset. Isaiah Cash up top. Cash on the dribble. Knocked away, picked up by McCraw. Deep on the baseline right side. He does drive in, and he is going to be fouled. Will Zane McCraw, and he'll be at the line. A couple of shots coming up for the senior McCraw. Third on Franklin with 3:20 left here in the fourth quarter. McCraw's first shot, no good. So Franklin well on their way to their 13th victory on the season and their 6th conference victory. And they'll get back to the winning ways after suffering their first conference defeat. Second shot up and good on Monday night. And a lot of guys getting some playing time here for Coach Doug Clemens. Jake Pendergrass with it. Puts a double team. Nice move to the hole off the glass. Jake Pendergrass gets the bucket to make it a 75-41 Panther advantage. 3 minutes left. Baseline driving in. Shot partially blocked. Carnes couldn't get it to go. West resets. They grab the blocked shot. Outlet up top. Shot no from top of the key. Panthers attack. As it's Judah Bradford that could not secure the pass as he was cutting to the hole, and it's going back over to West Henderson. Underneath McCraw, no. Follow shot up and good. Cooper Lawrence able to get the bucket. Bradford, left side three, got it. Judah Bradford gets into the scoring column with the trifecta from the corner. 78-43. West tries to answer, and does. I think it was Lawrence. No, it's going to be Foster. Michael Foster, 10, not 11. Jackson Wilson tries to hit a three. That one wouldn't go. Kicks out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Franklin. Oliver Hogsted checks in for Coach Brown and West. Coach Brandon Brooks, rather, and West. Minute 40 left. Bradford tries to hit another from the corner. It wouldn't go. Saved out of bounds, or did he step on the inline? He did. David Bennett tried to save it out of bounds underneath his own basket, but he stepped on that baseline before establishing himself back in the field of play. Liam Austin has it for West. Over to Foster. He's going to jack a three. Wouldn't go. Fight for it. Lawrence secures it. Goes up. Got the bucket. Paxton Sutton into the front court. 60 seconds left as a three goes up and goes down for David Bennett. West tries to answer. Three wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. No reset. Another three wouldn't go from the left side. Panthers with 30 seconds left. A three by David Bennett again. Wouldn't go that time. Down court. Austin West attacks. Running shot for Liam Austin. May do it. Looks like West's going to back off defensively. Panthers bring it into the front court, and the time is going to tick down. And that will do it. The buzzer sounds, and it is a final here at West Henderson High School. Franklin wins 81-50. That's the official final score. And that's going to wrap things up for our coverage tonight. The Lady Panthers, if you just tuned in or tuned in for the boys' action, they lost tonight, took it on the chin, back-to-back losses in conference for the Lady Panthers. And The boys varsity able to get back on the winning track with an 81-50 victory over the West Henderson Falcons. They fall to 4-13 and 0-7 in the conference. Franklin moves to 13-3 overall and 6-1 in the Mountain 8 Conference. Big showdown with the East Henderson Eagles coming up on Tuesday night. We'll have a full video broadcast for you as the fantastic FPSN crew will rejoin me. And we should have a raucous atmosphere hopefully on Tuesday night as East Henderson and Franklin do battle at the Panther Den. All right, it's pretty much going to wrap things up. We're all involved. I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.